Westbrook against Price. It's stolen by Ibaka. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Thunder trailing by 3.
And guys, with the Suns last year on the road, they had the 17 wins, but only 7 of them came in conference. So a big part of why they missed the postseason.
Now here's Price. Five on the clock. Poke loose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's Morrow outside. The shot misses. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Suns ahead, up 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One of the stories here, Brandon Knight getting it done today.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
But for him, Greg, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less, and I'd bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch run.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. One of the stories here, Brandon Knight getting it done today.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Goodwin. Chandler out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Ronnie Price. And it's Tucker in at the 3 spot. Just 4 to shoot. Price, the pass to Tucker. Off target from the baseline. Oh, that's blocked. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Price kicks to Chandler. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka.
That's his first personal foul.
Price against Westbrook. It's stolen by Ibaka.
You know what?
Where did that come from? That was beautiful.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
6 to shoot. Releases from 15. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Oklahoma City trailing.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Raiders no luck. The Suns have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Price outside. Lets it go from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Payne dishes to Adams. The feed now to Payne. Here's Waiters, and he gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Price kicks to Teletovic. Left side, Price. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Waiters no luck. The Suns trailing. And the pass is a good one. Shot to stop the drought. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Thunder ball.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. Here's Collison. Teletovic grabs the board. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Shot's good by Durant.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Price kicks to Goodwin. Stolen by Westbrook. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Durant.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Price. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
No good on the second free throw. Kicks it to Waiters. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
You know, they don't want to let them hang around too long here. I agree with you. I mean, it's best to go ahead and build that lead here in the
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Thunder out in front as they end the third quarter on a 12-1 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Thunder leading by 8. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Cantor in the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the baseline. Good as the jump shot falls. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. They're really looking strong here. Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Bledsoe kicks to Knight. Stolen by Cantor. There's the dish to Durant. And he slams it one-handed.
And that's That's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe.
And one thing that Phoenix had for them last season was depth. A very good bench, and they provided a good scoring punch when called upon.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Passes it to Warren. Bledsoe kicks to Len. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
Assisted by
Well, Phoenix did have a strong bench, best scoring bench in the NBA in terms, Clark, of points per minute play.
Yeah, and you know, it really helped them, that bench strength, keep the pace of the game up. They were third in the league in fast break points last year.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Westbrook with the steal. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Fires from 14. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It goes on Brandon Knight.
that's his second personal foul.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
Devin Booker.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Waiters in for Roberson. Morrow dishes to Collison. Adams, the pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a three-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Pass to Collison. Back to Westbrook. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Right side, Collison. Here's Adams. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
And Waiters kicks to Collison. Morrow dishes to Collison. Lets the three fly. Knight grabs the board. Suns trail by 13.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
Here's Morrow. And the call will be against Nick Collison.
Nicky Collins.
That'll be his second foul of the game.